What's up, guys? My name is Steen. I'm a senior marketing major here at UNO, and I'm a part of Chi Alpha. So when I started at UNO, move-in day, I wanted to jump headfirst into everything. Luckily, one of the first tables I ran into was Chi Alpha, and I got to meet Christine and Bubba, who were the campus pastors, and they were really friendly and intentional in wanting to get to know me. And so I said my things and I moved on, and that was that for a while. In that next year and a half, every single time I ran into Christine or a few of the people I met that were already in Chi Alpha, they always intentionally asked me how I was doing, wanted to talk to me, wanted to get connected with me, and it felt real. I would say my answers and I would move on. Well, what was also happening in that year and a half was a constant in and out because I was so involved. I was trying to figure out what friends to have. I was losing people. I would drop things. It was very up in the air and all over the place, and everything felt really shaky. But something that was consistent the entire time was this intentionality that these people were showing me, even though I was being flaky and I kept kind of dodging or giving answers that I thought they wanted to hear. Well, in the second half of my sophomore year, I started to meet with someone one-on-one, and her name was Stevie, and she started asking me questions, and I really didn't have the answers to them. And at this point, I was raised Catholic my whole life, and so I believed in God, but I really couldn't answer any questions or tell you who He was, who Jesus was, or really anything about my faith and what I felt about it. So with these questions, it started opening up this door of, well, I believe this, but what does this mean? Well, the very last worship service, 7:37, I went that spring. And at the end of it, the message was great, everything was great, but I felt sad. And it was because I looked around and I hadn't really truly connected with anyone yet. So I went to talk to Stevie, and she was a senior, so I was like, what am I gonna do without you? And she was like, get connected. There are so many people around you. So that summer I started going to a summer life group, and with that, some of the questions that Stevie asked me and that I started asking myself kind of began to be answered. I started diving into more of the Bible, and at this point I'd never really cracked open and read on my own, and that opened that door wider. So at the end of that summer, I talked to Kelsey, who was our new staff person, and she was like, be a part of my life group. And I was like, I guess. So I joined her life group, and then she was like, I have a proposition for you. You want to be an armor bearer? And what that meant was I was the on-campus leader, so she knew I could lead, but it was like an in-between life group leader. So I still had a lot of learning and growing to do, but enough of leadership experience that I can help lead our group. In this last year of being in college, being a part of that life group was the best decision I could have made. It helped teach me commitment. It helped teach me how so many different people are in so many different places in what they believe and in what they're doing in their life, but there's this commonality of wanting to be a part of a community and wanting to feel loved. And that's what drew me to Chi Alpha, was this love that they consistently showed, no matter how I acted or how I was answering things or what I was saying. It was consistent 100%, just wanting to be in community together. So I applied to be a life group leader at the end of the spring, and I'm heading into this fall really excited to see what this new chapter holds. And when I look back on it, my walk has been so short time-wise, but there's been so much that has happened that it's really crazy to even put any type of timestamp on it. And I've met so many people that from that first day of their freshman year, they were committed to Chi Alpha, or they've been their whole life a part of church. But no matter what, there's no gold standard or step system I saw that I had to achieve. It was my own walk and figuring out things together in this community, no matter who you were. And how to learn who Jesus was, learn what this love and what all this was about, while also spreading it into other people's lives and the rest of the community around me. Just wanting other people to feel that comfort that I felt initially when I was feeling very lost and overwhelmed and just wanting community. So that was my take. And yeah, Jesus loves you.